Alright, so how did you get on? Did you spot the places in escapechar.py where the code doesn't conform to the style guide? Well, the three problems are with the names of our variables. Now, if we go scroll up and look at line 1 up here, I use camel case for the name split string. That's the convention in Java, for example, but we should avoid doing that in Python. It's called camel case, by the way, because the large capital letters resemble the humps of a camel. Camel case reflects the shape of the word when you include capitals in it. Right, so that's the first one. The next is tab string on line 4. And the third one is another split string down on line 14. Now those three variables appear on 6 lines of the code, lines 1 and 2, again on lines 4 and 5, and lines 14 and 19. Now it wouldn't be too hard to change them in this short program, but in a larger program they could be appearing all over the place. If you forgot to change one of them or made a typing error, you'd cause an error in the code, and that's not good, and it's why you shouldn't refactor code just to conform to a style guide. But I'm going to break that rule here because I want to show you how your IDE can make that a lot easier and safer. What we're going to do is refactor the code to make it comply with PEP 8. Refactoring code means changing its structure without changing its behavior. Refactoring might change how the code does things, but it doesn't change what it does. Alright, so in IntelliJ and PyCharm, I can right click on split string, and I'm going to do that on line 1. So from the context menu that appears, I'm going to choose refactor, then rename. As you can see, that popped up a dialog where we can change the name of the variable. I'm going to change it to conform to the guidelines. Split underscore string instead of a capital S like we had. Click on the refactor button and all occurrences of split string are renamed. And we can see in this case it's been changed on lines 1 and 2. I'm going to do the same for a tabbed string on line 4. That should be tabbed underscore string. And we're going to do the same again for another string. Right click, refactor, rename. And that of course should be another underscore split underscore string. I say of course, but you get the gist there. Okay, so there's the three things changed. And you can see both lines 14 and line 19 are changed there. Now most modern IDEs have a feature that allows you to rename things in your code, and that's much safer than doing it manually. As I said, if you miss one or make a typing error, you'll break the code. Make sure you test your code after refactoring it, run the program to make sure it still works. Alright, so the code in this course will follow the PEP 8 guidelines most of the time. I'm re-recording the videos for this course, and some of the early examples were written a long time ago. You might find that some of them don't follow PEP 8. You'll also find code in the Python libraries and elsewhere that doesn't follow those guidelines either. The code that you write should follow the guidelines, and I'll refer you back to them as we cover various new Python features. Now there's one more thing that I want to cover, and we'll look at that in the next video.